So emotion is one piece. The subconscious connection is a second piece. When we talk about a subconscious connection, we're talking about creating a neural connection between a brand and some kind of value. When Doritos and Taco Bell launched Locos Cocos Tacos in 2011, it was a huge success. I'm going to show you the data in a second. One primary reason why this launch was so successful was because the Doritos brand and the Taco Bell brand intersect on some really important cognitive constructs. Important for them. See if you can tell what these two brands intersect on in terms of similarity. To 34-year-old males think they're indestructible. We call that, at Sentient, we call that sex, money, and social deviance. Here's Taco Bell's version.
Good night, Mr. Goldblatt.
Good night.
What do those two brands intersect on?
Fantasy and empowerment.
Social
deviance. Absolutely. And yeah, social deviance. We call it rebelliousness, is what we're calling it. So that's the thing. When you ask consumers, what does Taco Bell stand for? They're not going to say social deviance. They're not going to say empowerment. What's the first thing you said? Fantasy, right? Those aren't things that come to top of mind. We have to have ways to measure the degree to which they associate those attributes with the brand and the product. And we can. So you can do it using neuro data. And this is bringing people into a lab and measuring their brain activity. We've identified a neural signature for brands that connect with your sense of self, as well as brands that you highly like. So there's a certain activity in your brain, it's in your medial prefrontal cortex and in your insula, that becomes activated when you see a brand that you identify with and you like. We can use that information to develop products around brand attributes. From a practical standpoint, so this is being used a lot in market research right now, but it's hard to scale that. As you can imagine, you've got to have neuro labs, and if you're global, you've got to have neuro labs all over the world. Fortunately, for those people who like subconscious marketing, these same insights can be gained by using implicit research technology, which is what I described social psychologists developed to study stereotypes. We can measure the degree of subconscious association that you have with a brand and a new product, and we can do it on your laptop and now on mobile devices, and that is ideally, when you scale it, something very practical for business. So when you're doing those kinds of studies, what you're ultimately finding is what the neural network is between two brands. So we have a brand like Doritos. They might stand for bold, flavorful, rebellious, and energetic. We can match that with your implicit or subconscious associations with a brand like Taco Bell. And interestingly, those two brands intersect on several of those concepts. This tells you you've got a potential winner. Your execution in that launch is going to be critical to whether you have a winner or not. So just to give you the stats, and I'll hand it to Don on execution, Locos Cocos Tacos they've sold 600 million tacos. It's about 1 million per day. It's the most successful product launch in Taco Bell's 50-year history. And they can get a 20 to 50% price premium on the product. So, ways that you can activate and make your product launch very successful using the insights you gain from these methods are going to be covered by Don in the social media space.
Can I just ask one question?
Yeah, please.
Do older people go to Taco Bell a lot? It just seemed like a funny demographic.
No, it doesn't seem like a funny demographic. Yes, old people do eat Taco Bell.